Hi everyone, my name is Kavita and I am here with Jonathan Zetterman. And today we're going to talk about something that we're actually not even agreeing on as far as what we should call it. What do you want to call it?
Okay, so Kavita doesn't like Donald Trump. And before we get into how I feel about him and whether or not he might make a good president or a bad president or whatever it is, we wanted to try to address some of the concerns that the public has with him.
So let me stop you right now.
I think Kavita is part of the public.
We are talking about why I am for Hillary Clinton and he is for Donald Trump. Is that what we're talking about?
No.
Are you even ashamed to even admit that you might be for Donald Trump?
First of all, we're going to get into that in a second.
Really?
But more importantly, we're going to talk about why you don't like Trump. What are your problems with Trump? Because if I had to guess, they're not unique. In other words, I don't think Kavita's going to say, these are the reasons why I'm against Trump, and nobody else shares those reasons. I'm sure there's probably a lot of Trump haters out there, maybe a lot of you guys watching this video, that will relate to a lot of the reasons that she has, which are.
Well, I'm not going to give you reasons why I don't like Trump. I'm going to tell you why
Very
everybody
private.
should actually vote for the right candidate, which is my favorite candidate, Hillary Clinton, who I've been watching since the 1990s.
Okay. It's all bullshit.
And I actually even listen to her books. Well, I always do audiobooks, so I listen to her books. The latest one I'm listening to is Hard Choices, and it's pretty cool because there's a lot of conversation
here's one of the
about
biggest problems I have with Hillary.
The things that we have to get along, what we have to keep in mind is we live in a global environment and it's getting smaller and smaller. So you really need someone who's going to be good at policymaking internationally.
See, but that's just the thing.
That's why it's so important.
But that's the problem that I have, is when you say
problem?
somebody who's going to be good at it, somebody who's going to do. She's been in government for the past decade.
And she's been
What
good.
the hell has she done?
She's been good. If you look at what she did as far as...
Which is what?
Let's start
What did she do?
Let's start from when she was First Lady.
Mm-hmm.
She actually participated in policymaking at that time.
True.
She actually had an office at the White House.
She also participated in theft on a grand level.
Let me also explain. Second thing that she did, she was also involved in being a senator from New York. And the great thing that she did as far as being a senator from New York is she did what served the people of New York, not making sure that she made the news nationally. And I think that shows that if she was hired for a certain
How did she serve the people of New York?
That's why they voted tremendously for her in the primaries, because they were satisfied with the job that she did as far as being a senator.
They voted for her before she got the job.
No, they voted for, we're talking about the primaries.
Okay.
So for the primaries, she won overwhelmingly in New York.
Against
Bernie. Because we're still in the primaries, remember? Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that shows that the people of New York were satisfied with her. And New York is primarily a blue state, John.
Let me ask you this.
Let me ask you this. And then as a Secretary of State,
you said something.
She was really involved in one of the things that had been ignored during George W. Bush's era.
Here are a couple facts.
Asia.
Okay,
She actually went to Asia and actually
maybe
started
if you could just stop talking for a second, I might be able to get like a word or two.
Material,
like,
maybe you would have
maybe
something
3 words in, like edgewise.
If you actually had something, solid to share,
so
you could.
All I want to say is just a couple of quick facts. One, the White House actually demanded a return of about $250,000 worth of furniture and artwork and things that she stole from the White House after she left. Fact. You can look it up if you don't believe it.
Okay,
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All I want to say is this somebody that we really want to be president who steals from the damn White House? That's number one.
Well,
number
do you
two,
really want somebody like Donald Trump who's been accused of rape twice in the White House?
Accused of rape twice in the White House? He's never been in the White House.
Not in the White House, I'm sorry. Accused of rape. In the White House, yeah. If he wants to be president, do we really want a president who's been accused of rape? I know there isn't.
Okay.
Exactly.
Who cares how many times they're accused?
Exactly. So let's talk about this. A lot of times when it comes to women's issues, like rape, for instance, a lot of people think that that's not that important. It's okay. Girl gets raped, she moves on.
Who has he raped?
Not that.
Who has he raped?
He's been accused of being
of
rape.
In the United States.
I'm not saying that I'm going to hold him guilty for it, but what I'm saying is that...
Damn right you're not, because he didn't do anything.
Exactly. Well, he did a lot of other things, but he was accused of rape. So what I'm saying is just because someone's accused of something doesn't mean that they should be, you keep bringing that up and bringing that up, that becomes that's if it was the tables were turned, that's all Donald would be saying about a certain person. Now, the fact that her husband had an affair, that's something that Donald Trump is bringing up. He's the guy who had many infidelity, cheating issues.
True, but okay.
And he's known for
First
that.
of all,
He's documented it.
I'm not going to comment on Bill Clinton's affair because that has nothing to do with
But
anything.
that's what your guy's bringing up, and that's what shows.
I don't care what he's bringing up. He's bringing it up to win.
Bring it up.
He's bringing it up to win, and he knows how to win.
He's saying that she was an enabler. How can you say that about a girl who's had her husband?
Calling her an enabler is
wrong.
Is overreaching. She's not even that.
It's not overreaching.
She's not even
Those
close
are called
to it.
soft words.
She doesn't have the capacity to enable anybody to do anything. That's number one. Okay, number two is, first of all, what about this whole Benghazi thing? Okay, so I'd like to address a couple things about that.
Let's talk about Benghazi.
Okay, hold on a second. Here's what I want to say about that. I don't know much about the issue, and I'm not going to say she did this or she did that. Again, I like to talk about things that are hard facts, like the whole stealing from the White House thing. You can look it up. This is something that actually happened. Okay, so in the Benghazi thing, I'm not going to talk about what she said or what they said or what any opinions are. Just the facts. Here's a fact. She sent 95% of emails related to Benghazi after she thought she got in trouble. For the prior 3 years before that, she sent one email every couple months showing her level of commitment to the actual issue, whatever that might be. Now, if somebody's... Hold on a second, hold on.
The hard facts. What do you mean, whatever that may be? Give me a fact.
Well, the fact is relating to a question. If somebody is, let's say, accused of stealing, and you say, I think this person stole something, and let's audit their books. And in auditing the books, you find that 95% of all correspondence that person has done, be it phone calls, emails, letters, or all came after it became public that the public thinks they stole. In other words, backtracking, covering up, trying to cover yourself and make it look like you didn't do something.
Or what are we talking
My question
about
is
here?
this.
Because now you're telling me something.
Well, no, I'm asking a question, and the question is, if most of the correspondence about somebody that you're accusing of doing something comes after the accusation and is all related to the accusation, how much of it do you think was, in other words, what is the purpose of 95% of correspondence coming?
If
the person didn't do anything wrong.
Trump University, what is that all about? You know, and honestly,
it's about a guy with a big ego. But can you fault somebody for having a big ego?
No,
what's wrong with that?
Because it's not about having an ego. It's about not doing what you were hired to do. Which tells you.
What was he hired to do?
Do you even know?
Well, he certainly wasn't hired to be president yet. So are you faulting him?
I'm faulting him for not doing the job that he was hired to do, which was people paid to learn about real estate from him, and he wasn't there. So there's a misrepresentation. What else is there?
Why would they think he's going to be there?
Because
anybody that thinks he's going to be there,
because he said so, John.
Is an idiot.
That's what they pay for. No, you can't do that. That's the problem. You don't want someone who says, just because some... Okay, one of the biggest
I'll be honest,
I have...
I'm actually a little shocked that Kavita doesn't support Trump, and here's why. It's because we're both realtors. We're both in real estate, and we both know how difficult it is to make a lot of money in real estate, and anybody who's made over $1 billion in this industry that we're in,
just think what
it's
he
a
had to
difficult thing to do.
How many lies he had to tell. We all know real estate agents. We're good ones.
I don't lie.
I don't lie.
I can't relate to that.
I don't lie, but
I'm sorry,
I know
I can't
people
relate.
who are, and I'm sorry. I just can't support someone just because they were in real
Sometimes
estate.
she has to lie. I don't.
I don't. No. I work for you. You can't.
I don't lie.
You have to fend for me. I don't lie. I tell the honest truth, and sometimes my clients get angry with me, but that's cool. They appreciate it at the end.
Okay, so all I want to know, simple question for you then.
I didn't finish what I was saying.
Okay, go ahead, finish then.
Of
course you forgot what you were saying, because the whole purpose was to distract me from saying the truth. You want the public to be hidden from the truth, which is this. The job of the president, everybody says, oh, well, Trump doesn't know this leader. He doesn't know anything about foreign policy. Why does that matter?
Look,
Trump's job is not going to be to run shit.
Being a minority in this country...
That's okay, go ahead and interrupt me again.
Yes, I will. Okay. Being a minority in this country, it is something that we are...
She's pulling the minority card.
I'm also pulling the woman card.
Yeah.
I use it every day.
I'm a minority too now.
But being a minority in the United States,
I'm a Jew. It's a minority.
It is very dear to me that beyond economics, it's important to me that I know that I live in a country where I am free to practice my religion, free to indulge in my culture, and free for other people to also be able to do the same thing. When someone starts pointing fingers and dividing the country, you know, that to me is really scary. And
is
really
it scary,
wrong.
or is it,
scary.
dare I say, American?
It is not American to not be able to practice your religion and to be able to practice your culture.
Nobody is denying anybody from not practicing
It will
religion.
happen. That's what
And everybody's
happens.
getting mad at Trump saying he wants to deport Muslims, he wants to deport Mexicans, he wants to deport anybody of any religion who is breaking the damn law.
One
and
of the
shouldn't be here.
scariest things to me, what Trump has said, forget minority, forget everything, is freedom of the press. He's indicated many times that he would go after the press to minimize access to them, to minimize what they report on.
I'm going to support that.
You cannot. You can't support that.
I want to support it.
That is
support
what
everyone. This is America, right?
That is what sets America apart from all the other countries. If you go in countries like India, it's supposed to be the biggest democracy
what he
in
wants
the world,
to do is he wants to stop the bullshit in the media.
There is no bullshit in the media. They play a key role in the government. They do. They have to.
Because we're talking kind of fast, I want to make sure people heard what you just said. There is no bullshit in the media.
There is no bullshit in the media. You'd rather have an open media than a closed media. That is very scary. I'd rather have them report the bullshit if they must. But there's a lot of openness that comes from it, okay? There's a lot of it's better for us to know more than to know less.
Okay, so you know what?
I still think that the media doesn't report everything. I think they need to report more.
Yeah, because everybody loves all the reporting right now about BS issues. You know, meanwhile, here's the bottom line about why Trump is gaining popularity. Okay?
If you're always on TMZ or Gawker, that might be a problem.
I'm going to tell you why Trump is gaining popularity, and you're going to say it's because the people are stupid, the people don't know.
Say that.
Here's the issue. The issue is this. Our current president is spending our money, our tax dollars, our work, trying to figure out what bathroom people should go in. Who gives a shit about that? I don't care what bathroom people go to.
Exactly.
I care about how my money's spent.
But that's
where it goes to. Who cares about bathrooms?
This
is a non-issue.
No, it is an issue because it is important to protect the rights of people to be able to use whatever bathroom they want. Look,
I don't care about that. I think
you
they
don't
should
care
handle
about that because it's not your right that's being pounced on.
It's nobody's right. It's nobody's right.
It's your right.
It's bullshit.
Look, even if you're not gay or transgender or whatever.
Or I'm not that either.
But let's say.
But I don't have a problem with it.
Even if you're not, it is important for you to be a citizen of the United States to stand up for the rights of other people.
That's right, which is what Trump is doing. Go Trump! Okay, this is going to be the end of debate number 1. We can see there's a lot of unresolved issues. So we're going to continue it next time with Trump number 2.
We're number 1.
Thank you for tuning in.